Hello everyone, this is Big Guy Car Reviews and More, back at you again with another video. Today we're going to talk about the 2021 Ford Mach1 Mustang. It's the replacement of the GT350 Shelby Mustang that's out right now, and it's going to be the replacement of the Bullitt that's out. So let's get with talking about some of the things that people really have brought up about this car. Yeah, it's more of a streamlined Mustang, and a lot of people made a big deal about the shaker not being there. Oh, it doesn't have a shaker hood. Well, let's ask yourself a good question here. Was the shaker hood really active on the last Mustang Mach1? You know, if it was fuel injected, well, it was, but if it had the high performance intake, wasn't that intake a lot further forward to where the hood pin was, more so than further back where the shaker hood was? That's something I thought about, you know, because a lot of people have been putting it down because of that. And you know, this car is nothing innovative for Ford. It's more streamlined. It's a basic 350 GT Shelby is what you're getting, because it's got the Bullitt motor, the Coyote motor, with 480 horsepower and 420 torque. And the thing about this car, the performance package is only coming with a 6-speed Tramic transmission. That's the 3160 coming out of the GT350. See, that's something that is very desirable, and that's something I would want, but it's more of a track car now. You're not going to get a straight line Mustang out of Ford, not right now. The thing is, with this car, and I said it was streamlined, therefore it has no shaker hood, but also this may be one of the last hurrahs for Ford in a Mustang before they do their changeover body style wise, because everybody's waiting for the next big Mustang. Is it going to be a hit, or is it going to be another 2010 flop? You know, I wasn't too impressed with the 2010s. They only had a 4.6 289 motor in it. And then after Ford realized the mistake they made, 2011 came by, and you notice they had a 5.0 302 back in there. Hello to the power. So getting back with this car is going to be a step above your average PP1 GT. You know, performance package 2 is going to be more like. But let's think about it. What about the pricing? What would you pay for this car? You know it's got the performance package, and you can only get the performance package with the 6-speed Tramic transmission. You can't get it with the 10-speed that's now being offered, a 10-speed transmission. That's going to go with the lower package Mach1. And with that performance package, you're going to get different emblems, different striping, you know, or should I say different badges along with the striping. When you go to your basic Mach1, it's all going to be totally different package. The writing of it is going to be different, you know. Certain little things you're going to notice as far as stripes are going to be different. And the rims itself is going to be different, you know. With this Mach1, you're going to get a GT350 ground effects up front. So you're going to get everything you need, especially with the oil coolers. And you got that main airflow coming in. It's going to help cool this car down. So yeah, it's going to have all the track packaging that the GT350 has. That's the part swap you're getting on the Mach1. Also the motor, that makes it another part swap type of car. It's nothing that's going to be original, nothing innovative. So, but at least you're getting that in this car. Then a lot of other cars probably won't get, because that new Mustang GT350, or should I say the new Mustang GT, may not get a lot of your 350 type of swap parts. You know, you may see something totally different. It may have more of an airflow, but right now we're looking at this Mach1 for 2021. This may lead into something special like that for the GT, you know. And Ford is playing around with this. Yeah, a lot of people are disappointed because of what's coming out, but this is Ford. you know they're going to always have hidden power and hidden torque in that car. And it's going to be up to you to bring it out, you know, as a consumer with aftermarket parts, you know. But you want some of that type of power in this package from out the factory. I can't blame anyone who watched this video. If you made it this far with me, I can't blame you, because I want something like that. We all want something of the past type of power in these newer cars, because why should Dodge have all the fun with the Challenger and the Charger, these Hellcat Red Eyes, or the Hellcats when they came out with them, and the Dodge Demon? Now the Elephant is out. Dodge is having a ball right now with performance packaging, and they got straight line cars. Those cars are eating up tires left and right. People are burning tires to death. You can do the same thing with a Mustang, but you have to build it up to get it to that point, you know. So this is why people were hoping and praying that this Mach 1 would come with way more power than it did. But at least you're going to have in this performance package all the oil coolers and all the type of cooling system for that car. So when you do beef it up, and I know those who buy this limited so-called edition of Mustangs, they're going to do just that. You know, they're going to have it at car shows, you know, different places, different meets, and people who got the automatic, they're going to do digs once they beef it up. People got the transmission, the 6-speed, the Tramic 6-speed. Well, they're going to have fun too out there on the highways, out there at the racetracks, as far as course tracks are concerned. But at a drag racing situation, if that car isn't beefed up, you can forget it. You know, you can forget it. But that 10-speed transmission will help them a lot. That's why I said that basic Mach 1 edition is going to mean a lot to a lot of people who love the drag race, that put aftermarket parts on that car and take it to the strip to run it. So yeah, this is going to mean a big deal to some people. Maybe not everybody that's hating on the Mach 1, but a lot of other people are seeing it differently and are seeing what Ford has really done to help this car. Yes, it's a swap part type of car, but it's still a Mach 1. As far as the styling is concerned, you saw the badges, you saw the stripes, but the interior is still the same. One thing I didn't care for that Ford did with this car, and they should have done better, they should have put Mach 1 on the steering wheel instead of a Mustang horse, the traditional horse. They should have went on ahead and put Mach 1 on the steering wheel. If people are going to be paying this type of money, say anywhere of a low 50,000, maybe north of 50,000 by 62, 65, I wouldn't pay over 65 grand for it, because that car is not going to be worth that type of money. It will be marked up that way. You best believe these car dealerships, Ford dealerships, they're going to be marking that car up. As a limited edition, yeah, they're going to mark it up. Is it going to be worth the money? Depends on the consumer who wants it the most. You know, there's going to be some people who are going to buy it, and there's going to be people who are going to tell them, "Oh, you were crazy for buying it." Maybe, maybe not. But the styling itself has the true Mach 1 in the seats, the stripes. You get the cue ball gear shifter with the package, performance package, and a few other things if you take notice. But will they offer those racing type of seats, the Carrero seats, where it's pretty light, not heavy as the stock seat, but you still get the comfort of a stock seat? You may not get heated seats, you know, because in case you're an old lady, if you have a wife, or even you're yourself living in the Midwest or the East Coast, and you want to get in that Mustang and you want to heat up your buns while you're waiting for the car to heat up, well, you may not get that if they offer it. You know, that's something that you have to take in consideration if you never had it before. You know, I do believe this car is going to be out early 2021. So this is 2020 right now. You may see it at the end of the fall or before the end of summer. You may see it at the beginning of next year, you know, because Ford is still backed up. They still got a lot of GT350s to build and 400 or 500s to build before they get to the Mach 1 and all other type of orders they got to fill up because of COVID and how they basically had to shut down. You know, I work at U.S. Steel myself, Gary Works. And I'm going to tell you this, and this is the truth. When the big three shut down, a lot of orders were canceled. You know, we didn't see that coming. A lot of people didn't see it coming. But when it happened, it basically ran all of us down to from 4 crews to 3 crews, and we had to work basic hours. We're working, but they flip-flopping the schedules because of what went down. You know, so it had an effect with the big three shutting down the way they did because of COVID. It had an effect on us, but we kept working. You know, but that's the way it is with the steel industry. But this car coming out, the Mach 1, and the future of the Mustangs really is going to help reshape America as far as the auto industry is concerned, coming into this next year and the year after, 2021, 2022, because I do believe the 350 is up in 2022. So if you want a GT 350, a Shelby, you have to run to Ford now and see if you can put in an order for one, if you got the money. Because the first thing they said about last year when the GT 500 was finally coming out, that the 350 would be up 2022. And then they would run the GT 500 for 3 years, and then it would be up going into the next remodeling, or maybe 2 years going into the next remodeling, depending on Ford and how much money they want to make off of that car and the name. So we're going to see how this works out real soon. But I don't want to hold you guys any longer. But hey, check out these pics of the Mach 1 that I took. And you know, they're being shared around. But in case you didn't see it, you're going to see it now. It's a good looking car. The style, the streamline, how it sits, the look, especially the performance package. And if you love that jet fighter gray like I do, that's kind of how I would want my package to come, with that type of paint and that orange stripe in it. But I can't wait to see this grabber yellow they keep talking about. I hear a lot about it. I hear it's beautiful. You know, a real throwback. And could you imagine that grabber yellow with that flat black paint, you know, and how it have that throwback look to it? Oh yeah, that sounds real nice. Well, hey, I ain't gonna hold you guys no longer, but it's good to be able to share this with you. Glad to be back on YouTube, and check out the rest of these pics. And you guys have a great one now. Take care. This Big Guy Car Reviews and more coming back at you. See you next time. Bye.